wow, so it's really got webbing on it.
Yeah, so that's how you can kind of tell the difference between a tarantula burrow and some of like the small mammals, is that those tarantulas are going to have that like silk right around it.
It's a lot of silk.
That is. And so that's one of the cool things too that I'm not really looking at, but I think somebody should, is how they're building the burrows and how much silk they're putting on and stuff like that. Because when we go and look at some of the other ones, there's kind of some diversity in how they're making it, which I think is cool. Really seeing if there are egg sacs in there or babies in there is I have this cool little camera that I can kind of stick in there.
Right.
And so I basically just take off some of the silk.
So you open the door.
I open the door. Oh, and Mom is right up at the top.
Oh, wow.
And she does not like that I am in there.
Wow.
And so, yeah, these moms
So
are pretty
looking
defensive.
her right in the eye.
Yeah.
So she is protecting her babies.
Yeah. And so I know that she has egg sacs, or an egg sac in there, but yeah, they'll kind of like block the entrance so you can't really get in there.
Wow.
Yeah, she was.
And it's an endoscopic camera. Oh, wow. So it's like the big version that they'd use for looking inside someone medically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are actually made to like look inside like a car engine or something.
Ah, okay.
But, you know.
Yeah, maybe checking your sewage line.
Yeah, stuff like that more.
But wow, you can really see her pretty good.
Yeah.
She's pretty.
Yeah, isn't she cool?
Yeah. It's nice to put the image of the females up because everybody's got pictures of the males from the mating season.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Babies are coming out. I've seen babies come out once, but also mom. And so this is basically taking one picture every minute, and that way we can look and compare how much moms are coming out compared to ones that don't have egg sacs, and see if they're coming out more or less. And then
So this one's just running on like a timer, huh?
Yep. Yeah. So that'll give me a picture every minute so that I can go back and like see where they're at. And I haven't really done a lot of analysis yet, but especially these ones with babies, I very rarely actually see them come out.
Right. Because their natural defense is to hide in a hole.
Yeah, basically. Let's see. There's a baby. Oh, but she's really blocking us. Oh, there's one. Oh, for a second, you can kind of see it.
I don't know if I can get it with the glare.
Yeah, we might have to try a different one. Oh, there's one. No, there right away. Her mom.
Oh, there they are, little spiderlings, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're all coming.
Wow. There's a whole grip of them.
Yeah.
That's not the technical term.
Yeah, but
What's the technical term?
I don't, just like, yeah, like a group, I don't know. But it's interesting because I've only seen a handful at a time. But I did collect some egg sacs that have like the molts of all the babies in it. So I'll go back and actually count and see how many they really have.
In the egg sac, where they molted out of it before hatching?
Yeah, yeah.
There's Mama.
There's Mama.
With her little babies. Wow.
With these babies.
Yeah. So you're getting a good recording of them here.
Yeah.
So I noticed this one says it's number 132.
Yeah.
So you have over 100 holes you're checking?
I had about 153. fish. Yeah, and there
That's a lot.
was more.
Yeah.
Like get to a point that it was like, you know, how many can you keep track of?
Looking for these baby spiders right
Yeah.
here. Little spiderlings. Wow. So cool.
Isn't that really cool?
It's neat seeing the other end of it because, you know, they promote the migration as a tourist attraction.
Yeah. You don't hear much about.
And you never see the females because they hide in their burrows like 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And they're protecting these little guys right now. Wow.
And what's pretty cool is that there's two, as far as I know, two publications about tarantula babies in the wild.
Oh, wow.
So
your grad paper is going to be some new turf.
Yeah, which is really cool.
That is cool.
Because again, it's just, you know, you don't see them. They kind of hide in there, and unless you're really, really looking.
Yeah, unless
you're
you
not
go
gonna find them.
endoscopically.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right, we've seen some defensive mamas today.
Yeah.
But man, those little ones, they look like they were like, you know, fingernail size.
Tiny, yeah. Like, I think smaller than a pinky nail.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
And then, so this, too, to kind of talk about, like, the difference of the burrows, like, this one kind of built into the grass, and then a lot less of the silk compared to, like, the other one.
Right? So maybe it's got more defense going on with that grass.
So, yeah, that could be something to help block it. I also think something about, you know, with this grass, you get a little bit more shade, kind of keep you out of the high heat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to clear the webbing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're all right. Well, I think we're better to put it in the shade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let me see if I can.
And so some of them you have to kind of like traverse to get in there.
Right, because like you were saying earlier, they're using their actual burrow to regulate the temperature on the egg sac.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot warmer up at the top and cooler at the bottom. And so
they move the babies up and down in the burrow.
Yeah.
To keep them at temperature. Because they're like, what is the...
Ectothermic?
Yeah, there you go. It's not vascular.
Yeah.
Right, the opposite of vascular, basically.
See, you can see a little bit of her foot. Sometimes.
Yeah.
They're so far down that...
Yeah, there's her foot.
Oh, now she's coming out.
Oh,
see?
yeah, she's coming to see us.
Yep. I know.
So you're trying to count the babies?
That's going to be something I try to do. Because, again, I don't really know how many babies they're going to have.
Right.
Some species have, like, over 500. Some of them have just, you know, under 100.
Last year, Dallas tore open one of the old egg sacs.
Yeah.
It was all dried up, and they'd already molted and hatched out of it. And it seemed like there was, like, hundreds of them blowing in the wind.
Yeah. And so I collected 3 egg sacs old ones that I've seen. So, yeah, I'm going to take those back and actually, like, count.
Mm-hmm. So you're also kind of looking for discarded egg sacs and stuff like that, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's what he showed. The one he showed me was discarded right at the front of a burrow, like, for whatever reason, Mom rejected it.
Yep, they'll just, once, like, the babies leave, they'll basically just, like, kick all that stuff out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, yeah, it looks like her babies are down in there, so we might want to find another one.
Okay. See what you're doing, too. Right.
Whoa.
Whoa. That was Mama.
Oh, you can see her egg sac, though.
Oh, yeah, that's the egg sac back there.
Back there, yeah, she's mad at me, but... it's okay. Just looking. Okay. Yeah, I'd really like to see, be able to get one where she's bringing it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at that.
There she is. hanging out, saying, "Don't eat my babies."
Yep. Here.
Yeah. Here we go. See, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good old Southeast Colorado dirt. So, the science fair this year. Oh, there she is.
Oh, it's coming out. Oh, look.
Oh, look, a little baby under mama's leg.
Yep. This is one I didn't know about, actually.
Really? Good.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the counting process and whatnot, a lot of it's going to be watching the pre-recorded video, right?
Yep.
Reviewing the tape.
It's going to be a lot. Yeah, mostly looking at those videos.
That's kind of
there's
what
a couple.
Nice. Yeah, there's one on the wall right there.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Don't know if they're smiling for the close-up.
I hope so.
She got it. Wow.
A little paparazzi. Cool.
That's a pretty red-colored female, too. It looks like she's really got
Yeah, and you can see
more red and brown on her fur, on her hair.
some of that dirt. So a lot of people ask about all the rain that you've been getting this year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny that some of them are like kind of caked in that dirt.
Because it's been extra wet.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's another thing that's probably rough on them to tolerate.
Some of the extra rain, yeah. One that's funny is that in some of the pictures I have in the morning is you can see them after a rain, they'll like dig out some of the dirt that went in there. And so they'll come and take like a handful of the dirt and like, kick it out.
Yeah. Because they're cleaning house after the flood.
Yeah, basically.
Just like we have to do around here.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one underneath there.
Wow. You could just see them crawling right down the wall of the burrow. Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah. And that's why I think one of the coolest things is that we really think about them as being so like aggressive and blah 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 blah, blah territorial. But it's like, how close they are to each other right now and interacting with each other in here. Like I know it's different because they're babies, but
Right, there might be a little more bonding than you usually see in the arachnid world.
Yeah, so there's definitely like some interactions going on between like the siblings.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
see how they're
look
like
at 'em.
together.
Yeah, like they're hanging out and playing like kittens or puppies or coyotes or something.
Yeah. And then
Sling mates.
oh, that's a good sling mates. Yeah.
I mean, that would be like a term. Yeah.
Yeah, but they kind of will interact with each other, and then they'll I don't know if you saw a couple of them, like, will go and, like, hide under mom and stuff. So there's definitely, like, interactions happening.
Oh, mama says, protect the babies. Wow.
Oh, yeah, see that one, like, right underneath her?
Yeah. How cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Oh.
Oh, here she comes. She's redhead, mama. Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Man, that's just awesome.
That I knew I had babies for a long time. I was spending nights out here recording, so I haven't looked at the videos yet, but...
Right, so how long have you been in town, so to say, now that you're in town?
I've been here since the end of July.
Okay.
And so I first started seeing babies, like, last week.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, this is...
So you've been waiting for
yeah.
over a month to see the little baby spiderlings.
Yeah. So we saw them with caring for their egg sacs basically the whole time. So we know, that they have egg sacs around mid-late July.
And you said this was the first burrow you spotted a baby spider in.
Yeah.
So how was that experience?
That was really cool. I was really excited.
Yeah, I'll bet so.
Because that was, yeah, basically like the
Spending
whole point
6
of being
weeks
here.
looking
Yeah.
for them.
And so I don't know if you
Oh, there's
saw
Mom.
that down on the bottom. I think that's one of her molts. Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like a dead spider, but it's really just her old skin.
Yep. Oh, and that's an exoskeleton of her baby too.
Oh,
You can see
a
right
little
there.
light-colored one. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's like mama shed the baby fat, and baby shed the baby fat, maybe.
Yeah. So it's basically when they're growing, like,
Yeah.
yeah, at a certain point
They outgrow their skin.
Yeah. Yep. And so I find it really interesting that these moms are molting with their babies down in there, because that's basically molting itself takes a couple of hours, and then after that they're pretty vulnerable because it doesn't like harden right away, and so they're protecting these babies and then molting at the same time.
Right, and when they're molting, they can't do nothing.
They can't do like anything.
If they get disturbed, they might die.
Right. Let's see, I don't see your babies though. But it's also cool. You can see when they do molt, they kind of put down like a mat of their silk, so you can kind of like see where.
Mm-hmm. Probably a protective thing, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that might be just kind of like something nice to sit on. Let's see. I don't know if I can get around them.
Yep. Here's our wind.
Oh, here we go, baby.
Close up. Extreme close up. Wayne's World did that. Extreme close up.
It's probably the best close-up these tarantulas are ever going to get.
That's right.
Yeah.
Endoscopic. Wow. You really see the detail on their hair. Their defense mechanism, really.
I'm not seeing, or I'm not. I don't know if I'll be able to get down any further with all that stuff blocking.
Yeah,
so we'll keep meandering. Yeah, but yeah, so that's cool that we're seeing.
Neat seeing the molt in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the old egg sac too. If I can.
Right, like the old egg sacs laying in there.
Yeah, I think that might be.
Right.
It's kind of hard to tell.
Right, with some silk on it.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because it'll be once the babies come out, she'll basically kick out the egg sac, get her mole, and clean house.
Get ready to feed, huh?
Yeah, and we weren't sure, but maybe mate again too if she's molting and the babies are gonna be gone by the time the males come out.
Right, but you won't be here for that part of the season.
I won't be out of here. I'll be gone.
Man, so you came halfway across the country to
See the egg sac though. Yeah. Yeah.
to peep on these tarantulas,
Yeah.
huh? Oh, there she is with the egg sac.
Yes, there we go.
Is this the burrow Sue got pictures from, do you know?
I don't know what one particular she got.
Out of all 150 some.
Yeah.
But there's the egg sac.
Yeah. And her right under it. So that's really cool.
That is cool. And it looks like a good size egg. Oh, there she goes.
Yep. And so that's something cool that, once they start to be like, oh, someone's here, they'll like basically drop all the way down to the bottom, get it out of the way, and then they'll come up. Yeah, that was cool.
That was very cool.
Yeah.
So her babies haven't hatched yet.
Nope, not yet. So they're coming. Oh, yeah, now she's mad, so we'll try to leave her be. But, yeah, that was cool. But
yeah,
not super.
Again, Bradley and I were just talking about trying to deter people from taking the tarantulas home. When you come for the, quote, migration or mating season, you see the males are active, females are in the burrow.
Yeah, she dropped that egg sac really fast.
Yeah.
So we saw it for a sec, but yeah.
You're gonna have to review the tape later.
Yeah.
And she's giving you a little prod, saying, "Hey, buddy, I have fangs too."
Yeah. Oh, okay. But yeah, sometimes they'll kind of come all the way out.
Yeah, and you said out of 150 burrows, you said only 19 of them you actually saw the egg sacs. So not a whole lot reproducing.
No, and so I don't know if some of the other burrows we had were just males, you know, that are about to...
Right.
Or juvenile females who just aren't sexually mature yet.
Right.
So that's something, you know, that, you know, we just haven't been able to look at yet.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Neat shots of the tarantula right in the burrow.
Yeah, cool.
Not a very popular tourist destination, really. They don't really want tourists out walking through it. There's a lot of damage you can do to the topsoil. It's pretty sensitive. Particularly, there's like some vegetation that takes a long time to grow. I remember Steve talking about it. Oh, we got a little stink bug.
Too, and showed me someone like where the kangaroo rats and stuff are. So that was cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Steve?
Yeah.
I like Steve a lot. So you got to meet kind of some of the science-minded community while you've been here, huh?
Yeah, it's been really cool, actually, to see all the stuff that people have been doing. There's that egg sac again.
Yeah, we have a really wild variety of reptiles and stuff here, too. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Mama says this den is closed.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
There she is. Posted up.
Yeah, I saw only 2 rattlesnakes in all my time out here.
Okay.
I've seen a couple of the horned lizards, which are
Yeah.
really cool.
They actually are very cool.
They're really cool. And that's about what I have seen reptile-wise.
So you just kind of keep your little notebook.
Yeah, I basically go through and I keep track of like who I saw their egg sac for or
Okay.
who I didn't, just so I can keep track of like when they're hatching and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, this is one that I don't think has babies, but we'll try. But see, yeah, just making your burrow in the middle of the dirt.
Oh yeah, this one seems like it's a more open burrow.
And here's its mole.
Ah.
So, yeah, I kicked it out kind of far.
Right.
Going away.
So she's already molted, like, so likely if she'd had babies, she'd do that after the babies were born.
That's what it has seemed like from the ones that I have seen. Yeah.
And then here's her burrow, silk door and all.
Yeah. Yeah, there you are down there.
There she is. Well, she's facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
Not smiling for her video.
And no babies for you either. But that's one thing that's cool too, is that, so you see how dark she is?
Yeah.
So it's when they're freshly molted, they'll be that dark color. And then, so how like some of those other ones were really light brown. It was probably a long time since they've molted, so that color kind of like deteriorates a little bit.
Right.
So yeah, that's where those differences in the color is coming from. It's like how recently they molted. So rainy compared to like previous years.
Yeah, this year there's probably some factors that are really kind of like an anomaly.
Yeah.
It's going to be so long before you see that much of that because it needs that much moisture to thrive.
Yeah.
So a lot of our, You can tell from the flowers out here.
Yeah.
I think there were probably some last year, but
When I
there's a
first
lot
got here,
this
there was
year.
stuff, like everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, and that's something too, is that animals are multiple years old. It'd be the effects of the weather for years,
Right.
Coming up to like that point. So I think that's also cool to do a really long study and actually like look.
Yeah, because how long do they live?
So the males are probably gonna come out around 7 years old, and
Okay.
some of the females could be up to like 20
Right.
in captivity. But so a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah. So long enough to see that weather cycle almost twice.
Yeah. So
Because it does seem like it's every 8 or 10 years or whatever when we get a flood.
yeah. And so it's like if it's really rainy one year, a lot of insects you can grow really fast one year, but then the next year it's really dry. Don't get to eat so much. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. One of the wolf spiders we saw a while ago now. But yeah, it was like huge. And I haven't seen them since. I don't know what he was.
And he moved fast, huh?
Yeah.
Scary stuff. Yep, there's a coyote. Heck yeah, so you got to spend nice 6 or 7 weeks on the prairie, huh?
Yeah, it's been really cool.
I'll bet. It's pretty neat.
And just so like different than home.
Yeah, dude, it's like the weather, the scenery, it's best when it changes.
Yeah. Yeah, at home, I was looking at the weather for like next week, and like some days it's not even get to the 70s.
Oh my, so you're gonna go home and it's gonna feel comfortable.
Yeah. I'm gonna be shivering.
Right.
Oh, so this is another that no babies, I don't think.
Oh, and it looks like a larger burrow.
Yeah. And no silk, so we'll
Okay,
see.
let's not squat on a cactus.
Maybe no one's in here. Oh, some of the snails. So some of the burrows have little snails in them,
Snails.
which I think is fun. Isn't that cute?
Wow, that's a snail.
Yeah. And I was really excited when I first saw this too, because it's like, I haven't seen any snails out here. And how can they really live out here is my thing, because it's so dry and so hot.
I would not have expected you to say there's a snail in this hole in the grassland.
Yeah. And so they must be, opportunistic in taking any kind of hole that they see. And so they must be cooler and, more humidity in there. But yeah, so little snails.
So that's a, wow.
So I couldn't tell you what kind of
them
snail.
maybe, huh?
Yeah. And so when it was like raining, it's been dry lately, but when it was like raining, there was a lot of them, like in the different burrows and stuff that I was seeing, which is cool.
Holy cow. Yeah, I never would have thought snails live out on the prairie.
No, and I haven't seen any like not in burrows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never seen a snail out here. I've been here my whole life.
Yeah.
And we come look, flipping rocks, you would think you'd see if there were snails.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know how they get from one hole to another.
Right,
when
they're
it's
going to
100
dry
degrees
out.
outside.
Well, when it's like 70 degrees for the coldest point overnight.
Yeah. So, yeah, cool, right? So it doesn't look like, I don't think there's actually a tarantula ever in here, but yeah, some of those snails.
Wow. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Something different.
So this is just one of the wolf spiders that I think is really cool.
Oh, really? This is a wolf spider den.
Yeah, and so you can tell the difference between the wolf spiders because they'll build kind of like a little wall with like the grasses and stuff around it. And so that's how you can tell them apart from the tarantulas.
Wow, they kind of got like their little cistern wall built, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, and their burrow is way more. Oh my goodness. Now these are the ones that will bite the crap out of you.
Well, then.
Yeah.
And so this one had babies. You can see all these little exoskeletons.
Yeah. He is
then,
way
yeah,
scarier
way down
looking
there.
than the tarantulas.
Yeah. Oh, there's still a baby in there, it looks like. Oh, two, yeah. And so the wolf spiders, they really have that eye shine.
Yeah.
So you can really see, and they also have like the orange chelicerae, so you can really tell them apart too. They have some babies in there too. That's cool. Oh yeah, so but they'll kind of do the same thing, be like, get out of here. Oh, there's a bunch of babies in there.
Wow. Wolf spiderling babies. Yeah, more sling mates.
Sling mates, that's really funny. I like that.
And she's just,
Oh,
she said, I'm done posing.
we got all the little babies.
Wow.
And so we saw the wolf spider babies before the tarantulas, and it kind of made us feel better because it's like, okay, if they're having babies,
It's possible.
yeah.
We're going to find them. Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool. I think that's possibly the creepiest spider footage I've ever gotten.
Well, especially with their eye shine like at
Yeah.
you, it's like a little ominous. But yeah, they're really cool. Yeah, and these guys are like are so fast. You see how like fast she like jumped down there?
Yeah. Yeah, she's really quick, and she's going to protect her little babies.
Yeah, you got a lot of babies in there. Huh.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
Very neat. They're all kind of in the same area all the time, right?
Yeah, they don't really. I mean, they'll come out of their burrows a little bit, but they basically spend their whole life in the burrow. You're really deep. Oh my goodness.
There it is. Yeah, like you were saying with the eye.
Well, there's some babies in there too. Where is that a baby? Oh no, it's not.
Yeah, up on the wall on the left, it looked like it. Maybe not.
So, some of them have these other teeny tiny little spiders in them,
Oh.
and we're not sure what they are. Because when we first got here, we were like, "Oh, is that a baby?" But they're not. You see like how red it is compared to like the other ones that were like black.
So it's a different species of spider is living in the hole with them.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know what it is or what they're doing, or I don't know what this tarantula or not tarantula, wolf spider's doing either. But
Wow.
yeah, that's cool.
Kind of colorful.
Yeah,
You're
they're
saying
kind of pretty.
You can really see the orange on there on the front,
Yeah.
and the eye shine from the light.
Yeah, and so that's what's. It's kind of funny. Like if you come out at night, they'll kind of like stick your little half of them outside of the burrow, so you can kind of like see them like on the outside of it. It's really cool.
Right. Operate.
Oh, there is an egg sac in here. See, this is one I didn't even know about.
Ah, there we go. There's an egg sac, and it. Oh, there's Mama.
There's Mom. You see how that one was kind of deflated a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if babies have started hatching out of that. I don't see any. Yeah, this is a burrow I didn't have marked. See, I'm like, I know that there had to have been more babies and egg sacs and stuff that I've seen.
Oh yeah, because you didn't mark. If you estimate, you marked about half of the burrows.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you only found what you said, like 20 of them with egg sacs.
Yeah.
And then like 4 or 5 with spiderlings.
Yeah.
Slings.
And you saw how like there's some of those moms are so quick to block it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, even if I did stick this in there, she could have just blocked it or had it all the way at the bottom and I didn't see in that moment. So I was looking at stuff, but yeah, just blocking it up.
Trying to catch Mom in a mood when she's laid back.
Yeah.
Ooh. Wow.
Isn't this just so cool?
Yeah, it's neat. I'll tell you, growing up, I always knew, you were seeing the males.
Yeah.
You didn't ever see the female.
Yeah.
And, I didn't realize you could get them to come out and look at them.
Yeah.
Till last year when Dallas showed me how he was locating them. Wow. Oh, she's giving us a show, too. And she doesn't look like she's freshly molted at all. She's got some color going on.
Yeah, she looks like she might be a little bit older. Or more time since, yeah.
Since she molted, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that cool? They basically, like, she's blocking that whole burrow entrance,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and showing her things and stuff. Like, that's pretty
Yeah,
scary if I
that's the
was
real defensive
Yeah.
stance right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
Whereas the wolf spiders kind of backed off a little bit more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even the ones with babies, they were like, nope.
Whereas this mama says, you can eat me, but you can't eat my babies.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very. Just kind of pan a little bit. Oh, there she is, right away.
See, I think that might be a wolf spider in there.
Oh, there is another spider right there, huh?
Yeah, that might be a wolf spider.
I don't
coming
think it's
down.
a baby, yeah.
So
Its
see.
legs look longer than the baby's.
Yeah, and you see the eye shine on it where the...
Oh, yeah. Where they must have different chemistry going on with their eyes.
Yep, yeah. So tarantulas don't really
They
have
can't
much for
see.
vision.
Yeah.
They can see a little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah, they have the teeny tiny little eyes like scorpions do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're mad at me.
There she is.
But I think some... Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you're not happy. I think some of those little wolf spiders might be coming down to try to eat the babies.
Oh,
what I
yeah.
I can't confirm that, but that's what I think. Because I've seen some of the wolf spiders like kind of like peering in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, she says, check out my fangs, you guys.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. Take some bird at you. Yeah.
So you see more angry moms than you do happy babies.
A lot of angry moms. Yeah. It's dark. It's kind of hard to tell. Like, see.
Right. And I know Dallas had a little headlamp thing. Did you break out a little headlamp?
Yeah. My headlamp's not the greatest, though. Oh, see, you molted down there, too.
Oh, right. That's the molt laying there.
So I think this is one of those big wolf spiders.
Oh.
I don't know what the species is, but you see how big and how gray it is?
Yeah.
I think it's one of those other ones. Yeah, that's cool. And how the burrow is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm. And it's a huge burrow.
This is a big burrow.
Noticed it's noticeably large.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them scary wolf spiders.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's his old skinny outgrew.
Yeah.
And is this his fangs here, or that's the molt?
So that's the molt. So that'd
Yeah.
be I think the chelicerae, if it, well, or is it just a leg? I don't
It
know.
looks like the head. Huh.
It's hard to tell. But yeah.
So some burrows are just a mystery.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah, it is.
Some of those other ones.
It's wild. Yeah, so since you're heading out of town, you're gonna grab your flags.
Yeah.
Pack it in, pack it out.
Yeah.
That's what we say, right? Oh.
Yeah, there's some really cool ones up there. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, we have a lot of orb spiders around.
Some of them are pretty big. It makes some pretty cool webs. But I never got around to actually seeing them.
Oh, there she is. That her? Looks like
That might just...
some molt, huh?
I can't tell. It might be kind of difficult to get into. But see, again, I think just so cool. Like how kind of disgruntled this one is compared to some of the burrows are just nice and smooth and easy.
Oh, right. And this burrow's got turns in it.
Yeah. Oh, yep. But see, someone's still in there.
Yeah, look, there she is.
And like living in a burrow that's all cracked up and
Yeah.
whatever. Oh, hello.
She's not the best housekeeper, folks.
Yeah.
And she looks like she may have molted, huh?
Yeah, she looks pretty dark, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does look dark, and she looks pretty healthy.
Yeah.
Shiny looking.
Hello. Oh. She's like, what's going on? What are you doing?
Right?
Yeah, she's down there pretty far. That's a deep one.
Right? And does the tape mean anything on there?
Yeah, these are 5 centimeters, but as you can see, it started to kind of fall apart. So I know this is 5, this is 10.
Right.
And then it started to fall apart.
Okay. So yeah, so that was like 15 centimeter,
Probably
maybe 20.
Maybe 20, yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was doing it, not today, but yeah, just seeing just how far down they're sitting.
Right.
At different points.
And you're saying that's also how they regulate temperature.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she ooh. My goodness. Okay.
So these are basically going to be your movies to watch on about your trip when you get home, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, is it like a team of people working on the tarantula stuff, or is it just kind of you guys choose your projects you're going to do for your grad work? And
We basically choose our projects. So me and Dallas are the only ones who came out here.
Yeah.
But there's other students who have done stuff like in the lab with like lab animals and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, there's definitely other people doing tarantula work there, but we're the only ones out here.
In the field here.
Yeah.
Checking out those famous hairy lakes in south of La Junta, Colorado.
Yeah.
So Bradley, this is your second year in grad school?
Yep.
From Michigan?
Yep.
And so that's the big Arachnid lab. You want to tell me the official name? And
So we are, yeah, that's a big one. We are in the lab of Dr. Carr Shillington. And so, yeah, so that's the biggest tarantula lab in the United States, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, thanks for coming to the grassland here and hanging out.
It's really cool.
Yeah, nice. Do you want to look at this one?
Sure. Yeah, it's because there's a couple other people who study spiders. But yeah, it's not tarantulas really.
Right. Obviously, these are not the pet store varieties.
No.
And so that's a completely different thing altogether. And that might look more like a male,
How dark it is. And so with the males, it's kind of funny. I don't know if Dallas talked about it. Is that you can, it's not a super clear way, but you can see that they have a lot of leg.
Yeah.
Like they're really leggy.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I saw the one male that I did see, that's like how I kind of thought to actually stop and like look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could see how like leggy it was.
Oh, now I see it's kind of got the hair a little thicker.
Yeah.
So probably a female. Hard telling.
It is. It's really, you basically have to like have them out to be able to like actually.
Yeah, you got to look for those little hooks they have on their front legs,
Mm-hmm.
or they don't have.
Yeah, and so with that too, it's even that's just like the mature males too.
Oh,
So
so
it's-
juvenile males will look like a female.
Yep. And so that's why when I've been doing like comparing moms to non-moms, that's all I'm like saying because it's like to get them out and actually sex them and actually age them.
Right.
Like I didn't do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not disturbing them that much.
Yeah, because it's like they already don't love this, and then to actually drag them out and
Yeah.
seem like a lot.
Cool.
Oh, right up at the top. You see her egg sac down there?
Oh, yeah. Egg sac in the backdrop. Ooh, she's not having it. Oh, look, we can see her real close here.
Yeah.
Shine your light on her for me, would you?
Right at the top.
Give her a spotlight. Yeah, there you can see those fuzzy legs.
That's cool.
Wow. Yeah, this is quite the little tool to apply.
Yeah, and honestly, it's funny because this wasn't even like a part of my like research proposals or anything. Like it was just like a thought, and I was like, oh, I should buy one just to
Right.
like see. And now it's been so cool to just.
And your primary method of telling, are there any babies in there, is with the camera.
Yep. Because
Otherwise, there's no telling.
no, because the plan was to have the GoPros above and see if they come out at all. But they really haven't been coming out much. So, yeah, I think I just wouldn't have seen them if I didn't have this.
Wow. Can't beat sunset for the backdrop.
No, you cannot.
It's beautiful out here on the prairie.
It is.
So this one you've seen babies in a couple times already. Oh, she's facing the other way. They usually seem to be greeting you at the door.
They are. They do.
Because they probably feel there's the
you see a little
babies
bit of
under
them.
there. Yeah.
Isn't that cool how like close they do like sit with her?
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of see them back there.
Yep.
Yeah. She's kicking me out, but yeah, there's something under there.
Yeah, there's little babies crawling.
You see, blocking the road.
Yep. She's not seeing my babies today.
Yeah, and some of that makes me think, because I know you have an egg sac, but I don't know if this one has babies, but like how defensive they are that quickly.
Right. Yeah, because they seem to greet you at the door every time. And if you know they're using vibration instead of eyesight.
Yeah. Yep.
So you bump the wall with your camera and they're on it.
Yeah. Oh, but sorry, there's one of the snails.
Oh yeah, let's get a look. Let's get a good look at him.
And so this is one, yeah, that I know a tarantula is actually in. So it's like they're living together.
Wow, and there's another prairie snail.
Yeah.
How bizarre.
And it's like, I find it so strange that the tarantulas tolerate that. They don't kick them out.
Right.
Or, you know, whatever. And so I wonder if they're a part of like a cleanup crew maybe. Like, you know,
Yeah,
just eating
exactly.
whatever.
The snail clears the debris. Yeah. The refuse.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Mama.
Figure out how to get the camera on. Horrible. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's the fangs, too.
Yeah.
Woo.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, was that
yeah.
a molt down there too?
I can't tell past the...
The
They're
biting.
striking on the camera.
Yeah.
How many times do you think that camera's been bit this
Oh,
season?
a few.
Just a few?
Yeah. It looks like there was a molt down there, but I could be wrong.
It's hard telling.
Okay, well, it's not bothering you then. But, yeah.
Few people myself.
Yeah, I mean, I came down for a weekend during the breeding season. I had to see really just how many people come out.
Tarantula molt out on the prairie, huh? Wow. And here's the burrow. So in theory, they kick the molt out of the burrow.
We can try.
Probably is a little wolf spotter. Wow. Yeah, that camera is handy. You said you just kind of added it on as an afterthought.
Yeah, so we kind of I bought like a really cheap one, and then it was cool, so then we bought this one. Like, it's a little bit better quality than the one I had. Yeah, it's too small for me.
And it doesn't really have a... Well, it doesn't look too scrawny. And I can't, hard to tell if there's that extra length on those legs, you know, like you were saying.
Yeah, I think that one might be a female still. It's taking stroll.
Probably a female, but this is, Dallas told me last year this was about one of their peak times, right? At twilight.
The time,
And that's probably a temperature thing.
Yep, I think it's a temperature thing and the light kind of coming out, but it's still warm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That male out, so maybe we'll see some coming out too.
Right. Maybe the right time of day.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're probably, so the male tarantulas probably aren't active yet.
I saw one.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
So
they aren't out looking to mate.
Yeah.
Because the spiders with babies have the full clutch of babies.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
So cool. You said you measured 150 some burrows, and it's like, how far is your plot here to like 100 yards that way?
Wow. Last time I measured, I think it was about 2 acres.
2 acres.
Yeah.
And you estimate 300 plus burrows.
I would guess, probably.
Yeah.
That's a
Wow.
lot.
Really dense spot.
Yeah.
And really the continent's largest population of arachnids.
Oh.
You know, that's what Dallas said.
I believe it. Yeah.
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 Because they kind of go across the Midwest a little bit here.
Yeah.
The Texas brown, Oklahoma brown. We ought to just start calling it the Colorado brown.
I really have for all my writing and stuff on it. I've been saying Colorado.
Really?
Because we're here, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's the location.
Yeah.
That's what counts.
Yeah.
So on your study, it's the Colorado brown tarantula.
Yep, and on my posters and stuff, I say Colorado.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, thank you for taking the time and studying something people are so interested in now.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I've been saying that to some people. It's like, at home, you kind of have to like defend while you study tarantulas, you know?
Right.
And out here, you know.
Yeah.
You know, people right away, they get it, and they're like excited about it, which is really cool. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you, Bradley.
No, thank you.
From the Comanche National Grassland with Bradley for the Eastern Michigan University and the Tarantulas of Southeast Colorado. I'm Adrian Hart with your Southeast Colorado News.